Hello and welcome. We are here to discuss mental health in the workplace, one of the most critical yet often overlooked aspects of professional life. I'm Sabira Arifin, an entrepreneur, author, and researcher focused on workplace mental health and longevity. Through my experience building startups and writing about longevity and well being at work, I've seen firsthand how mental health affects not only individuals but entire organizations. The reality is, happy employees are the most productive ones. When people feel mentally well, they are engaged, creative, and motivated. But when mental health is neglected, the workplace suffers. Burnout rises, productivity drops, and employees start leaving. And this isn't just about today. Chronic stress has long-term consequences. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that prolonged workplace stress actually affects cellular health. It shortens telomeres, which are the protective caps on our DNA, accelerating aging and increasing the risk of diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. Stress literally affects longevity, meaning companies that fail to address mental health today may be contributing to their employees' future health problems. Beyond the health risks, there's also a legal and financial risk. Workplace mental health is becoming an issue of liability, just like physical safety. Companies have been sued over toxic work environments that lead to severe mental health consequences. We are already seeing cases where employees file lawsuits against companies for failing to protect their well-being, and this is only going to increase as awareness grows. Organizations that take a proactive approach to mental health won't just protect their employees, they will protect themselves from potential future legal challenges. The research supporting mental health investment in the workplace is undeniable. Harvard Business Review found that companies with strong mental health programs see 4 times higher employee engagement. The World Economic Forum has shown that every dollar a company invests in mental health brings back $4 in productivity and reduced absenteeism. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization estimates that depression and anxiety cost the global economy over $1 trillion every year in lost productivity. These aren't small numbers. They make it clear that prioritizing mental health isn't just the right thing to do. It's an essential business strategy. If we take a closer look at workplace stress, it's clear that many employees are struggling. MIT Sloan Management Review found that toxic workplace culture is the number one reason employees resign, more than salary or job titles. The Great Resignation was largely fueled by mental health struggles. McKinsey's research in 2022 showed that over 40% of employees left their jobs due to overwhelming workplace stress. The costs of ignoring mental health aren't just theoretical. They're being felt in real time by companies across industries. But what do mental health struggles actually look like at work? They're not always obvious. Some employees may seem fine but are battling stress, anxiety, or depression in silence. Others may begin to show signs, missing deadlines, avoiding meetings, or becoming easily irritated. Early intervention is key because the earlier we recognize and address these issues, the more likely we are to prevent them from escalating. Studies from the American Psychological Association show that workplace stress can cause high blood pressure, heart disease, and sleep problems. Chronic stress affects brain function, making it harder for employees to focus, problem solve, and make decisions. The National Institute of Mental Health reports that anxiety disorders, which affect nearly 20% of adults, often go unnoticed in the workplace. Employees experiencing anxiety may avoid certain tasks, hesitate to contribute in meetings, or struggle with concentration, yet these challenges are frequently misunderstood. Depression is another serious issue in workplaces. The World Health Organization has identified depression as the leading cause of disability worldwide. It can manifest as extreme fatigue, lack of motivation, or disengagement from work. If left unaddressed, depression can result in long-term productivity loss and even physical health complications. One of the most significant workplace challenges today is burnout. The World Health Organization has classified burnout as an occupational phenomenon, and Mayo Clinic research found that employees experiencing burnout are 63% more likely to take sick days and 23% more likely to visit the emergency room. Burnout doesn't happen overnight. It starts with exhaustion, turns into cynicism, and eventually leads to complete disengagement. When burnout becomes widespread in an organization, innovation slows down, teamwork breaks apart, and the company's overall performance suffers. So what can companies do? First, leadership needs to recognize that mental health is not a side issue, it is a core part of running a successful business. Research from McKinsey shows that companies prioritizing mental health report 76% higher employee productivity and engagement. Leaders need to be proactive, not reactive. The best workplaces don't wait until employees are burnt out. They build a culture that prevents stress from escalating in the first place. One of the most effective steps is training managers to recognize the signs of mental health struggles. Harvard Business Review emphasizes that when managers receive proper training, employees feel more supported and workplace well-being improves dramatically. Studies from Deloitte have shown that employees are twice as likely to stay with a company that actively supports mental health. Providing access to mental health resources is another key step. When companies offer employee assistance programs, therapy benefits, and wellness initiatives, they see immediate benefits in productivity and retention. A study by Forbes in 2023 found that workplaces with mental health support experience a 23% reduction in absenteeism. Another essential strategy is normalizing mental health conversations.